Aloha, welcome to the Beyond Breakthrough Show, where our mission is to help others break through barriers and unlock their full potential for an abundant life of health, wealth, and freedom. My name is Jean Grosso, and I'm coming to you live from Honolulu, Hawaii.
And I'm Charla Lynn coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome, everyone.
Today, our topic is fit and free from all meds, illness, and disease at 50. So I'm really excited about this topic because we are both over 50. And I entered this journey about 30 years ago when I entered the health and wellness field as a medical massage therapist and as an esthetician. And ever since then, I had been looking for ways to prevent and reverse diseases ever since losing my parents over 34 years ago. So ever since then, I learned about nutrition and I learned about detoxification. We realized that there's three main factors that cause all disease and illness and inhibit our body from healing from either accidents, injuries, surgeries, those kind of things. So they are first and foremost toxicity, oxidative stress, and nutrient deficiencies. So interestingly enough, all these three main factors also can be resolved with one miracle molecule named glutathione. So Charla, I wanted to ask you, being in over your 50s as well, what you think is happening in the medical community with people, since you're a nurse and in the field for 30 years, and you're actually seeing people much younger than 50, and if you ever see anybody that's over 50 that's even healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're faced with unprecedented times, because we are aging faster than we've ever have. And I think that a lot of that has to do is like you were talking about earlier is toxicity and the burden on our bodies and how our bodies are handling that in regard to aging and all of that. So they said, the younger kids, Gen Z and kids, millennials, are actually aging faster than their previous, generations. So I think what I see in healthcare is I'm seeing people are getting sicker and sicker at younger and younger ages. And it's really concerning because we're a very fast, instant society. We'll tend to take the path of least resistance. And I think that's to our detriment because we're going through the drive-throughs. We're consuming a lot of caffeine. We're eating poor nutrient foods, like I said, fast foods. And we're also seeing kids that are smoking and vaping, and they're in front of their electronic equipment a lot. So all of these factors are increasing the aging in our bodies, and cell proliferation is speeding up quickly because the body's being hyper excited all the time. Our dopamine levels are constantly going. We're a scrolling society. And then we're sedentary, right? So as we're getting older and we're seeking wisdom and we're seeking truth, one of the things that, as we're seeking our own truth and finding out how do we best go about aging, how do we preserve our brain, because we are at that age where we're realizing we're not young forever. But we are living in a fantastic era where we have great technology right at our fingertips that is helping us anti-age, that is aligning with a community of people who are being aware and wanting to do something about it and be proactive with their health. They want to be able to age gracefully and have a great quality of life. So one of the things that I know, some of it's about our own truths and what we come across. I know, Jeannie, for you, the challenges that you faced with your family and this illness that they were plagued with got you started down your journey of, and what caused this? What caused the breakdown? I want to avoid that from happening to me. we should be concerned about what happened with our predecessors. We should be concerned with the health of our family. We should be concerned, like, how can we stop that and teach others that are willing and want to learn and be able to take that knowledge and, improve their lives and become more active and be able to participate in communities where we're going, essentially not going against the grain, but it's educating ourselves so that we're less dependent on the system. And I know, Jeannie, you've had to go through that with your family and seeing all the things that they went through and where that's brought you today. And, talking about how we are living in our 50s, vibrant, feeling the best we've ever felt, with energy and vitality, we're sleeping better. And, there's definitely still challenges that we face, but it is about seeking out that truth and knowledge. And when we do that, we come across divine appointments and meeting people that are helping lead and, guide us in this journey and vision that we have to help educate not only just Americans, but the world about what we found.
Well, we know that the medical system is broken, and I think by now enough people are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they know that pharmaceutical medication, over-the-counter medication, never heals the body. In fact, it actually toxifies it even more. First of all, anything that is a pharmaceutical has to be a synthetic version so it can be patented. And that's why, I can understand why you want to get out of the medical field completely as a nurse and just into the prevention side of it and what we're doing globally and having the biggest breakthrough in human health history and even skincare and women's health and hormonal balance. So one of the first things that I noticed that people might not be paying attention to is how do we get rid of these toxins? We know we're exposed to toxins every single day. In fact, we're exposed to 10,000 to 20,000 free radical toxins every single day. And when that interacts with our own body's systems, it causes these oxidative stress. So one of the things that I want to talk about today is oxidative stress, because that is what causes every single disease class. Every single thing that we fear the most, there's 78 classes of disease, and it all starts from oxidative stress that comes from a toxin. So it starts out toxins, oxidative stress that inhibits the oxygen transfer into the cells. And we've now learned that glutathione molecule, which is known as God's miracle molecule, has been identified over 100 years ago. And then nanotechnology is over about 20, 25 years ago. However, the two have never been put together until the past 3 years. So when we look at the single-handed miracle molecule that literally combats every single thing that causes disease and inflammation, which is toxicity, nutritional deficiencies, and oxidative stress, and this one miracle molecule actually is the foundation. And now, because there was never a way to get it into the cells before our product, the best thing we had on the market was an IV technology or liposomal. Anything in a capsule form is destroyed in the gut. So that's out. So now we have, especially women in their 50s, we go through changes differently than men, and that affects our hormones. So we know that glutathione is manufactured in every single cell in our body, but it's 1,000 times more manufactured in the liver cells. So can you talk about the medical part about what is happening in the relationship between the liver being the primary detoxifying organ and the glutathione molecule that is the primary detoxifier and chelator of these heavy metals and all these toxins and all these oxidative stress toxins that are free radicals that are attacking our cells every single day, and how that affects our thyroid and our progesterone?
Oh my gosh,
Even,
that's a very big question. And some of it
yeah,
is, as much as I can let you know on a medical level from an RN perspective and from my level of education, the liver requires 4 times the amount of glutathione than the rest of the cells in the body. And the reason is because the liver itself uses glutathione to detoxify itself. So when you keep that in mind and how much work, I can't even tell you how many functions the liver has. I honestly can't even remember. It's probably close to
500 or more. I believe it's 500.
500 functions. So when you look at, and the liver is absolutely remarkable and does have the ability to regenerate its own cells. So the liver itself is highly intelligent. The cells talk to each other. They communicate with each other through patterns and pathways. And so what happens when those pathways get clouded with toxic burden, whatever those toxins are, and we're constantly taking them in, even on an emotional level, our bodies take in information, and when we're having emotional stress, that negative stress is affected on a cellular level. So you're talking about all of that the liver, which is one of our that and the kidneys is our primary organ to detoxify our body, clean out the blood. It has so many functions. It emits gastric juices into the bile duct that goes into the stomach to be able to digest food. It has enzymes that break down our food. I mean, the liver is a miraculous organ. And it is amazing on like that you can live with and fairly well with the liver only functioning about 7%. So, but we want to be able to take care of our livers because you don't want to live with chronic liver diseases, things like cirrhosis. Hepatitis is something that is actually it's a virus that actually turns on the liver. So the hepatitis it is, something that causes the liver to be diseased and begin to lose function and gradually die. And then there's alcoholic cirrhosis. So there's all kinds of diseases related to the liver. And our liver, it's essential for our livers to function properly so that we don't overtax the liver, allow the liver some of its own rest time. Just like any other organ, just like our bodies, we need that rest and restoration. So the liver is needing the glutathione because the glutathione within the cell keeps the cell nice and clean. It's like kind of your what's one of those little robotic vacuums for your house that go around automatically. That's kind of what glutathione does. It's a monitor for your cell, and it keeps watch to shield. It's like so it's kind of like that Holy Spirit protection over us.
Yeah.
It's the cell. So we want to protect our cell. We want to keep our cells clean, and we especially want to help our livers keep our bodies clean. So that's one way that glutathione can help the liver and keep the liver healthy and combating oxidative stress, which affects everything about from the cleanliness of our blood to how our cells talk to each other. So we want to always maintain that. Now, remind me of the second part of your question, Jeannie.
Well, I think that people think that to get to 50 and avoid all kinds of meds, even aspirin, everything for whatever you're functioning, a headache or, even some of the, aches and pains or muscle workout recovery and hangovers or traveling on jet lag, right? Okay, so people aren't thinking about that they might eat healthy or believe that they eat healthy. They might be getting enough sleep and they might be taking all kinds of nutritional supplements. But if they don't detox and specifically work on detoxifying the liver and the kidneys and the colon and the lymph and the blood, you can't just do a single organ detox or cleanse like they have those kits everywhere. And we were exposed to nutritional cleansing over 20 years ago and fasting and these things, even with clean water, purified water, and all these things. Taking your nutrition is not enough.
Right.
And that's because it can't get through this toxic barrier that we're keep being bombarded. Now we're bombarded with EMF, Wi-Fi, 5G frequencies. So every time we detox or cleanse or fast, we're eliminating, but until we do the elimination properly and regularly, our nutrients from our vitamins and minerals and our supplementation cannot even be absorbed. So
Yeah.
I think that's the missing link that I personally experienced when I found out about cleansing and detoxification about 25 years ago. I've been practicing that lifestyle. And ever since then, I've never even taken an aspirin, a cough drop. Okay. But I also do not drink Starbucks. I only drink purified water. When, I never drink water from a plastic water bottle. And I do take liquid vitamins and minerals, and I take my supplements. But until I added glutathione, then that really enhanced all the benefits from the good nutrition that I was already taking. So it's complementary, but it's in competition with no other nutrient. And it's not only the primary detoxifier, but it's also the master antioxidant. And you said it exactly correct, is the fact that the glutathione molecule recycles itself. And it not only does that, but without glutathione, your vitamin C and vitamin A and vitamin E, all these other vitamins and nutrients cannot even be absorbed. So, there we go. We have basically the rocket ship to help our body detox and absorb nutrients and get oxygen to the cell. So not only is that the only foundational solution that every single human being needs, and then once you start applying that with the other healthy lifestyle choices like proper balanced diet and clean water, proper sleep, exercise is critical because like you said, it reduces it helps the mental, physical, emotional stress too, and all the hormones get balanced, and it all starts in the liver, right? And then the liver helps the thyroid and helps the hormones, and it helps progesterone. So if you're a male, it's going to help boost your testosterone levels, and if you're a female, it's going to help boost your estrogen levels. It also helps produce the stem cell. Without glutathione, your body can't produce stem cells. It can't protect the telomeres. So there is so many biological functions, over 400 functions of glutathione alone, and 15 are critical for all life. So who in their right mind would not want to supplement with glutathione?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you nailed it right on the head. I mean, if you have that, I love how you put that. It's a toxic barrier. So what do you want filling your cells? Toxicity, chemicals in the environment, or do you want your cell to be cleansed and clear and ready to receive the vitamins and minerals that you're taking? And that's a quick to touch on that point. And then the next point you're talking, because I really find it very valuable what you're saying, and that the quality of our life really depends on how we treat our bodies and being able to put in the proper nutrients. So then here comes your vitamins and minerals replenishing your cells. Glutathione is actually helping to direct and keep those communication pathways open to tell those vitamins and minerals where to go in our bodies. It helps to direct where that vitamin C is needed most. Our bodies are so innately intelligent. So by supplementing with glutathione, it is an absolute foundation. And when your cells are operating properly and in the right balance, it's going to balance out your hormone levels. It's going to help the estrogen and progesterone. It's going to help balance out, even women have testosterone levels. And what I have found too, it's really help balance out my moods. I mean, what we see on the outside is what's happening with the balance on the inside. So always keep that in mind when you see somebody with healthy skin or healthy hair or, healthy glow about them, that they're doing something right, so I think when we're talking about aging gracefully and while being mindful of these things, not letting the fear of, sickness and illness get a hold of us, but being able to be proactive and sharing this type of information so that we can help each other anti-age the best that we can, and giving the knowledge and networking with each other so that we can age gracefully. We can share this knowledge, we can have the joy of the Lord, we can love our neighbors as ourselves, and know that everyone deserves to have this type of health, and that we're out on a mission and a vision. I know, Jeannie, I'm so excited to be doing this with you because we are women who want to help other women, especially those in the Christian faith and that love the Lord, because it's about building each other up in the kingdom first. Kingdom first. That's how the Lord in heaven wants it for us. So I'm really excited to be partnered with you, Jeannie, and partnered with our amazing Steve Scott, and who's kind of leading the way. And I just love that we're a family and we're doing this together. So yeah.
Yeah, it's more than a mission. It's more of a a movement. It's like a movement, and it's a global movement. And just think of how many people's health is going to be transformed, but more importantly, how many lives are going to be saved on every level, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. And that's what we're really all about. And now that we have God's miracle molecule and a way to deliver it directly into the cells instantaneously within seconds, just by swishing in your mouth and spraying on your skin. I know for me, it's been life-changing for me, and it helped all the other wonderful products that I've been using and therapies that I get to prevent all disease. And that's why I intend the human body plans on can biologically live to 120. And now they're saying, the biohackers are saying 140, because there's so many advancements in science. And what we have in hydrostat technology, molecular encapsulation technology, is by far the biggest breakthrough in human health history, solving that long-standing issue of nutrient absorption, specifically glutathione. So thank you for joining us in today's episode, and join us again for another wonderful episode in how we can help you improve your health, your wealth, and your freedom. God bless everyone.
God bless you. Good night.